Now, is my content too impersonal? Does my content lack too much personality? Perhaps. But that is by design. I have talked about this a billion times. I'm going to talk about it a billion times more. Why did I start making review videos on YouTube? I was looking for information. I was looking for microphone reviews. I was looking for microphone demos. I couldn't find what I was looking for. What did the majority of microphone reviews look like back in 2014, 2015? It's a 15-minute video, maybe that's an exaggeration, and 14 and a half minutes of those videos consisted of unboxing, talking about your day. Oh, I'm going on a tangent. I went skateboarding and I skinned my knee and then I had to go get a hangnail removed by my dog. Nobody cares. The video is about this microphone. I want to hear the microphone. So when I started my channel, I decided I am going to get right to the content as fast as possible. I am not going to start the video using a random microphone. I am going to start the video using the microphone that I'm reviewing. That was the entire premise of my channel. Make a video using only the microphone that I'm reviewing. So is it too impersonal? Probably. But that is by design. To this day, I still prefer to produce reviews and mic videos that give people the information that they're looking for as fast as I can possibly give it to them. Again, that sounds dirty. And let them go about their day. That's why I started implementing timestamps before the chapter marker showed up in the timeline. I have had timestamps in my description since 2017. That directly harms my view duration, my retention percentage. I did that because I wanted to provide people the information in a format that I wanted to be able to find that information. So yeah, the review video's probably too impersonal. I don't want to change that. I have even had criticism. Hey, you're getting a bit too comfortable. You're getting a bit too jokey. Cool it with the jokes, jokey joke maker. Be more serious. Get the information out. I don't listen to too many of those, though. With this podcast, I probably am too impersonal with this as well. The reason I say that, I really struggle with the idea of wasting somebody's time. I frequently think, okay, how is this going to add value to the end viewer, the person watching or listening to this? How is this going to add value to their life? If I can't think of a reason why they'd get value out of something, I'm not going to talk about it, or I will find a way to edit it out. Now, that may be me being too conservative. People might say, oh, that joke that you made or that tangent that you went on, that offered entertainment value. So maybe I am pulling out a bit too much personality. Maybe I am editing too much. But I like to err on the side of caution. I like to err on the side of, here's the information, here's my thoughts on it, go about your day. Go touch some grass. I like to err on the side of that as opposed to leaning to the side of, wow, this guy's really full of himself. He thinks he's so interesting and so funny and so self-indulgent. He can't help but talk about himself and talk about how he went to the doctor and he found out this one. Nobody cares, Bandrew. I don't want to fall into that. I want this to be more about the information than it is about me. But I think you touch on something that is 100% true. The personality side of things, the relatability side of things, is what draws people in. It's what creates a channel that isn't just going to be around for 6 months or a couple of years. It's going to develop an audience that sticks with that content creator no matter what they talk about. This is what PewDiePie did so well. He has gone through a number of phases. Now, I haven't watched him in years at this point, but he went from gaming and being really dorky to being really dorky talking about memes, and then I don't know what he's doing now. But he went through a bunch of shifts in content, and people came along with him. They didn't come along with him because they cared tremendously about the content or the topics that he was discussing. They came along with him because they cared about him as an individual. And when you're talking about this content creator saying, yeah, I'm going to throw a bed in the background because it will make it seem more like a home, I get it. There are political commentators who do this. They make it look like they record in their bedrooms because it draws people in. It makes it feel more authentic, like you're hanging out with the person. I get it. I understand that. I don't want to manipulate people to that extent. I would prefer not to manipulate people at all. But I am in some sense manipulating them when I do a thumbnail. Hey, look at this, click on this. The title is intriguing. That's a little bit of manipulation. But I don't want to pretend to be something that I'm not. I don't want to pretend to be recording in my actual bedroom. This is a spare bedroom, but it's not where I sleep. I don't sleep under my I have a bedroom over there. It's the small one. I live in this small one, so I have more space for the studio. So I get it. You're right. Yes, the personality, the relatability, that is all incredibly important for online content creators. That's not what I'm going for, though. I'm not trying to be super duper, oh, look, he's recording in a bedroom, his bed is messy. I'm just trying to give you information. That's what I set out to do. Maybe this is me being stubborn. Maybe this is me being too I see, like in my head right now, I'm thinking, gosh, Bandrew, just move on. You're just being so self-indulgent. You're just talking about how you're feeling. Maybe this is me being stubborn and not wanting to go along and play the game that is necessary to survive on this platform, to survive as a content creator online. Perhaps that's true, but I don't know. I'm just making the content that I am happy making, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. If people want to come along with me on those journeys, if they want to watch my videos for information, amazing. If they don't, amazing. I enjoy making this podcast. It's fun for me to do. Sometimes I choose to edit a lot. Other times I don't. I like making videos that provide people demonstrations and tests of microphones so that they know what they're going to be getting when they buy it. Are there more effective ways to produce that content that would appeal to a wider audience? Yeah, probably. It's not what I want to do, though. So I guess that's what it comes down to. Could I be more personal? Could I share all of my personal details? Could I create a set that manipulated you into thinking that I was producing content, that I'm just like you? No, because I'm not just like you. You're better than me. This is what goes on in my head. Geez, they're so much better than me. No, I'm not going to manipulate you with a set. What am I talking about anymore? I don't know. Well, I am going to be completely transparent with you. I sat here for the last minute thinking, I don't think those jokes are going to land. I think somebody is going to misinterpret the way that I presented that. They're going to think that I'm serious. They're going to think that I actually hate myself. They're going to think that I'm below everybody else, so I should just re-record that entire section, the entire response to that comment. You should redo. I'm not doing that, though. I am leaving it in as is. And I am understanding now why that one person left me a comment saying, Bandrew, neurotic? No. Because I'm pretty sure that is the sign of somebody being overly neurotic. Oh no, they're gonna misunderstand me. They're gonna take it the wrong way. I need to fix this. Oh well. If you were offended by that, sorry, it's just me goofing and gaffing and trying to bring a bit of levity to a topic that can be a bit dry. Here is why content creators are doing X, Y, or Z, so that they can manipulate you to watch more content. The reason they are able to manipulate you is because you as a viewer then see yourself as that content creator, and now you want to be them as opposed to just consume the information they are presenting. It's like you are hanging out with your friend. You are developing a parasocial relationship. That's not as interesting as me talking about hating myself. At least not in my head.
Hello, Bandrew and the listeners of BSP. I'm coming to you via the Rode SmartLav Plus plugged directly into my pretty ancient Samsung Galaxy S8. And Bandrew, my question for you is, do you think your content is too good? Do you think your content is too professional? And where I'm coming from is that I think that over the past few decades, the mainstream media has just become so scummy and has just left a bitter taste in people's mouths that they just crave more authenticity and they just don't want to see that super polished, great production with that idealistic, fantastic human being as the host, but they want to see something way more authentic. And over a year ago at this point, I've heard Harry from The Sidemen, which is a very successful YouTube channel, I heard him say that he's planning to possibly get back into making videos himself, and that he just really wants to put a bed into his office. And everybody just laughed, like, what, Harry, you have a gigantic property, why would you have a bed in your office? Why would you make videos in your bedroom? And he said, no, it's just so it sort of has that homey feel, and everybody just got it immediately. And for instance, I've initially discovered you through Podcastage, which is a channel that is 99% about the microphone and like 1% about Bandrew. But it's that 1% of the time when you sort of let your personality shine through, when you just like throw that box or make that little weird comment. It's those moments that your personality is coming through, and it sort of makes me or the viewer care more about you, not just about the microphone. So when one day I got recommended a random BSP episode, I actually clicked on it and I actually watched it because I was sort of interested in you, because or else you would have been just like that microphone guy, you know, like if you were just a robot presenting and testing microphones, you know, like nobody would really care about you, right? Nobody would sort of give you the chance to care about you by trying out the podcast. And I also have to say that the minimum editing or the unedited versions of the BSP podcast also have a certain charm to them. In certain aspects, they're just better because more of your personality actually comes through, and it just feels like more of a personal, more of a connected experience. So I would love to know your feedback in this particular area, and as well as how you view this within your own channels. And I wish you and everyone else a nice day.